you go on chat and you're looking for mental health speakers, relationship, one name keeps popping up, and that is Dr. Hauwa Bello. This episode is so special for me because she broke down why people are mentally tired, why we will say we are fine when equally we are not fine, and even in relationships. I know this episode will help you. But before we jump into the episode, please can you do me a favor? Click the like button, subscribe, so this can push it out to other audiences. So without wasting more time, let's get in. Thank you so much for coming to the pod.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I think it was in January. I'm serving at the moment, but we are back home for the break. And so I was trying to search through emotional intelligence. I was trying to search through relationships. I was trying to also search through so many things concerning our health, mental health. And so I went to chat and I was like, ChatGPT, just give me names of people I can. So your name came out first. Your name came first, and I was like, okay, let me check through. And I went through Google to search your bio, and I was stunned. It was like 2 pages. And I was like, so I was like, let me just try sending an email. Let me see if she will respond. And it didn't even take up to 6 hours. I think that was the stretch when I went back to check, and I saw that you replied that you'd be on the podcast. So it's something I'm really so grateful for. I do not take this for granted. I do not take it for granted. So thank you so much, ma'am. And so today we'll be talking about our
very welcome.
Yes, ma'am. And so today we'll be talking about mental health. We'll be talking about I think relationships too, little of the relationship. And we were supposed to have this conversation yesterday, but honestly, I was mentally tired. I want to be vulnerable right now. I was mentally tired, like mentally. Yeah, I didn't even know what was going on with me. Honestly, I can't even say this is where it is coming from. I can't even say yes. I can't even say this is where it is coming from. And so I think I will have to ask, do you think our generation, we are just mentally tired? What is really going
on? Good question about what's really going on. But I guess maybe before we even go to what's really going on, perhaps we should first understand what does it mean to be mentally tired. And when I hear you say mentally tired, of course, I know you mean emotionally tired, yes, right? Yes. Because if you will understand what it means to be mentally or emotionally tired, then we'll understand where it's coming from. And let me acknowledge your vulnerability. The fact that you were open enough and vulnerable to actually say what was happening yesterday. So I guess it was the universe wanted you to rest. That was why he said, no, we'll reschedule it till today, right? Because he knew that you were not in the best of space to be able to handle the conversation yesterday. That being said, right, being emotionally tired is when we have been feeling too much. We are holding something so real for so long, and we don't have somewhere to put some of that load down. Okay, so we have so much, and it's real. Even though we can't see it, but it's real. We are holding so much, and we've held it for too long, and we don't have where to put it down, right? So, and you being mentally tired, or us being emotionally tired and mentally tired, is not surprising at all. It's expected because this generation is a generation that is actually having access to so much, but we are not able to handle the hard stuff. Right? Yeah. So we are not able to handle the hard stuff. Not because we don't have the ability to, but there's a whole lot much more on that idea. So if you ask what exactly is going on, a lot. During our parents' time, what were their major stressors? They had mainly survival stress. Look at your grandparents now, for example, at least my own parents, because, I'm not a Gen Z, so you know that. Yes. So look at my parents, or maybe your parents or your grandparents. What were their major stressors? It was really survival stress. It was mainly about pay school fees, pay house rent, put food on the table. Right? Because I remember when I was growing up, we didn't have television 24/7. I don't know if you met that generation.
Yes,
television started. Television we open at 4 p.m. right? When we come back from school. And NTA was the common one. So when NTA comes, you see at 4 p.m., then they will start. By 9, we watch our news. By 10, everything is rounding up. By 11, everybody has gone to sleep. Television has closed. There was nothing like 24/7 television, right? So in those days, it was just survival stress. Put food on the table, pay rent, and pay school fees.
Yeah.
But now in this generation, we are carrying all of that survival stress, right? Plus, we are carrying identity stress. Everybody wants to be a brand. So all of us now, we are carrying identity stress, and I think we'll explain further maybe as we go along. We are carrying performative stress. We are also carrying, in those days we used to call them what do they call it? Meeting up with the Joneses, right? And that time, meeting up with the Joneses was mainly your neighbor. Now, it is not only your neighbor, it's the whole world. So we have comparison stress, and we have that very big pressure that I see that is so common right now. The pressure to be healed while still figuring out who you are. So you see, in this generation, we have so much more on our table compared to the generation of our parents, of our forefathers. So I don't know if you want to ask another question, or I should go ahead and explain some of these concepts.
Yes, and I think you should go ahead and explain the concept. I think it's better.
Okay, that's good.
Hi, the pod family. I hope you are enjoying the conversation as I am. I just want to take a moment to introduce you to a business that you will need. I mean, this business has a track record, amazing, phenomenal, and they are good at what they do. And so without wasting more time, Damilola, take us in.
Your apartment is still empty 6 months or even a year after moving in. Why? Because you can't afford basic furnitures, or your artisans keep disappointing you. They tell you your furniture is going to be ready in 2 weeks, and 1 month, 2 months, even 3 months, you're still waiting. We're not doing that in 2026. At Codomisel Interiors, we have ready-made furnitures for you, super affordable with high quality. You can pick, grab, and go. No waiting, no disappointment. 2026, you do not want to go through the stress of waiting for your artisans. Send us a message on WhatsApp or contact us on Instagram. I'm Damilola, and I'll be waiting for you.
So if you are watching on TV, please scan the QR code to connect with them. And if you are watching on your phone, go down in the description below. It is there. So without wasting more time, let's jump back to the video.
So let's look at this comparison stress. Before, when there was no social media and there was no internet, who did you think people used to compete with? Who did we used to compete with?
Our friends. Maybe.
Our friends, awesome. And our friends were where? Where were our friends?
Our neighbors, just right beside our house.
Perfect, exactly. So our competition was with our neighbors, our classmates in the school. And usually our neighbors are people that we live in almost a similar
space,
economic reality,
yes,
right? We are living in almost a similar economic reality,
yes,
because if you are living in an area, it means that you are almost at the same level. So you are competing with people almost at the same level with you, right?
Yes.
But now, who are we competing with?
Social media.
We are competing with strangers, complete strangers, who have curated their life so much and put it on the internet. So we are no longer competing who on our level. We are competing with who have highly curated their life. Nobody wants to be vulnerable in the real sense of vulnerability. So imagine there's a lot. And then we now talk about apart from that, we now talk about this performance stress that is going on. I'm sure you have noticed it. Everybody wants to be a brand. Fake it to make it. This was pressure that was not there during our parents' time. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. We were not having to force anything. We were being mainly real. Right? Yeah. But now everybody has this what do we call it? Idea that I must be the best, I must be excellent, I must be this, I must be that, putting unnecessary pressure on ourselves. And where do you think the toll will be coming from?
From our mind,
Exactly from our mind, because it is putting so much pressure on that mind to do what it needs to do. So most of us are not being genuine. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So there is that lack of congruence. Again, when you say fake it till you make it, it means that you are not in congruence with yourself, because you are doing what you are not. And that's what that curated life is all about in the outside world.
Yeah.
So you see, this pressure, this generation, we are doing so much. We are the most connected generation in history.
Yes, yes.
Look at 1001 social media apps everywhere. Everybody can connect to anybody, right?
Yes.
We are the most connected generation in history. Yet, we are the loneliest. Look at the paradox. People have 1,000 friends, but no confidence. And this was not what happened in those days.
Yes.
In those days, we didn't have social media, right? We didn't have 1,000 friends.
Yes.
We had only 2, 3, 4, 5 friends that were really confident. We could wake up at 2 a.m. and have deep conversations with these people.
Yeah.
Okay? So, being tired is often the most honest signal that your body sends to you, right?
Yeah.
To tell you no, that you have ignored your soul for too long. And that is what most of us are doing. So that is why there is so much fatigue when it comes to that area. There's so much emotional tiredness. Because there's a whole lot that we are carrying, and we've been carrying it for too long, and we don't have a place to drop some of those nets.
Yeah, that's really amazing, and that's so comprehensive. That is so comprehensive, and I think this is going to really help people that will watch this conversation when it's dropped. And so there's something I usually there's something we are used to. When we ask people, how are you? They say, I'm fine. These people are clearly not fine. They are clearly, like, we are clearly not fine. When you ask us, how are you? The answer is fine. Even somebody that is going through something, why do you think people are hiding their emotions?
See, is it that people are hiding their emotions, or that's what we have been trained to do?
Oh, yeah, I think so. That's what we've been trained to see.
Exactly. We've been trained to do that, and we've been trained to say that. The thing is, we've all been sold the hustle culture. You just have to be fine. How can you not be fine? Right? Because we have been sold the hustle culture. And unfortunately, it's all a lie. Even though these days we'll be hearing some of these therapy words being thrown around, not in and of itself that we really understand it. It's not as if we really understand it, because we've not really learned to, the thing they say about half knowledge being one of the worst knowledge you can have, because you think you know, yet you do not know, right? That's the problem that we're having. So a lot of times, it's not as if people, sometimes, not a lot of times, sometimes it's not as if people don't want to be vulnerable. It's because they've not been taught to be vulnerable, or they've not sat enough to practice what it means to be vulnerable. And let me flip that. In all honesty, Babajide, if you ask somebody that, how are you really ready to hear the true answer to that, how are you?
No.
I like your honesty. You see, your quick answer is no. And it's true. Most people are not ready to hear the honest answer to that.
Yes.
That's the flip of it. So, if you are not even ready to hear the honest answer to that, the person you are asking to can sense it, so they would not even say it.
Yes.
So, you see, it's a two-way thing. So, we've not learned to be vulnerable. And then the people receiving the vulnerability have also not learned how to receive that vulnerability. So it's a two-way thing, actually. It's a two-way thing. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, that answers my question. Because the thing is, I've been in a situation whereby I ask people, how are you? And they are so vulnerable to tell me. And there's nothing I can do, honestly. Like, it's just way bigger than what I can do. And so that stressed me out that I don't even ask people anymore. How are you doing? Right now, I'm not really asking. That's why I said no. Like, because if I cannot do it for them, there's this sense of guilt I feel anytime I'm just alone. I'll be like, oh, I wish I can. And that will stay with me, and then that will give me this I'll just be down. And so, I think that's really, yes. And so, I also ask, this is about relationships now. And why is relationship so hard right now? Why is it just so hard?
Good question. Why is relationship so hard? Is relationship hard, or we have made it hard?
I think, I honestly, I don't know. I've not been in any relationship before. So I really cannot say if it's hard or not, but what I see online, I think it's hard. I think it's crazy hard.
Okay. Yes. So what I'm saying is relationship hard, or we, the humans, have made relationship hard?
I think it's we've made it hard.
So relationship is not easy.
Yeah.
But we humans have now also made it really hard. And it all stems from a lot of things. Culture, faith, mental health, social predisposition. There's a whole lot of things that have made relationship hard. because most of the time, right, we are not willing. We want connection, but we are not willing to get commitment. We are not willing to commit, right? We are not willing to commit, but we want connection. So it is because we are not ready to commit. Most people are willing to do the surface level work. They are not willing to do the deep work that makes things steady. So you see, what we do is this modern dating culture, right? They encourage detachment, not connection. So we end up, because let me give you an example. You want to have a beautiful garden. Have you ever seen a beautiful garden that didn't have a gardener?
No.
Good. Now, and you know what it takes to have a garden.
Yes.
There is different flowers in your garden. So you have roses, sunflowers, this one, that one. Each of them need different ways to take care of them. Some of them you water them in the morning, some of them is afternoon, some of them is evening, some of them you prune them this way, some of them you prune them another way, some need weeding, some don't need weeding. You know all of that.
Yes.
For you to have a beautiful garden, ask the gardener. He will tell you that he puts a lot of effort to learn about the flowers in his garden, to take care of those flowers and have that beautiful garden.
Sure.
Now, we want a beautiful relationship, but we are not willing to do what it takes to have a beautiful relationship.
Yes.
How is it possible that we will have a beautiful relationship when we are not willing to do the work?
True.
So what is making relationship hard now is because individuals are not willing to do what it takes to make their relationship work.
Actually.
That is the truth. We are not willing to stay when it becomes hard to do what it needs to be, to do what needs to be done to make it beautiful. That's just it.
And so that is very good, and you've really opened things up. And I think also I feel like why it's even hard is because of what we see online. Can actually be one of it too. Because people are seeing different things. And one thing about social media is that I think social media will not show you the conflict going on behind the scene. It will only show you the beautiful picture.
No, it even shows you conflicts, but it doesn't show you how to solve that conflict. Social media likes drama.
Yeah.
It shows you conflict. It will show you this one is fighting with this one divorced this one. That one, it shows you that too. But social media does not show you the back end that would actually make those relationships work. So the hard part of making those relationships work, people don't tell you, people don't show you, you don't even have models. Let me ask you, and any of the people listening,
yes,
count on your finger how many models you know or mentors you know that you like to model their relationship.
I don't know. None.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, if it's in the music space or especially the Nollywood or Hollywood, whatever they call them, none.
So you see, and you are not the first person.
Yeah.
I have had countless of people, hundreds of therapists that have, hundreds of couples that have been to my office, right? That we have done marriage or couples therapy for. Hundreds of them. Guess what? Virtually almost all of them will tell you that they cannot lay hands on one or two people whose marriage can serve as a model for them.
Yes.
Or they can meet this person to mentor them because they love their relationship. So you see, because most marriages, of course, we don't know how many because we have not done data, but most marriages or most relationship are not the best of relationship. So, and it's mainly because people have not learned how to make relationship work. They don't know what makes relationship work. But the good news is that from the end of science, we know what makes relationship work. Yeah. But people are not really learning, and they are not knowing, and they are not doing what makes relationship work. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And so I think I want to ask, why do you think?
Yes, please.
Why do you think men don't like to open up? I mean, we have seen many men who doesn't like to open up to their spouse, even to their own fellow men. They don't want to open up. Is it about ego? Is it the men's ego?
Good question.
Because even like me too, I don't like to open up. I do not. It's not because I don't. Maybe because I do not trust to a lot of extent. I don't know, but maybe you will tell us.
Good question. Let me, and like I'm a therapist, so I like to ask questions too, so that we can flesh it out. Who do you have as a model of somebody, of a man who opens up and is vulnerable? Do you have any model?
Probably more. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Good. Now, were you taught to be vulnerable?
No.
Good. So how are we expecting men to do what they don't know? The traditional scripts men has been given. What is the script they've been given? Provide. Yes. You are the man. You are the head of the family. Your work is to provide. Your work is to protect. Your work, don't complain. It's a woman's thing to complain. A man is strong. When a man begins to want to show emotions, growing up, they'll tell him, toughen up, you're a man. What do you mean? What is that? That's the traditional narration that we have all been given. Men have been told to do that. But unfortunately, what is happening? That narration is collapsing. So, even though nowadays we are telling men, be emotionally open, you are just telling them. Many of them grew up in houses where no man ever modeled what be emotionally open means. They grew up in houses where nobody taught them how to be vulnerable. They never saw that. They didn't have fathers who told them, I love you, who hugged them, who cried. They didn't see fathers who came home and said, today was tough. I had to do this. I had to do this. No, they didn't see any of that. So they have not been taught all of this. So now you are telling them to be vulnerable, to be emotionally open. How? They don't know. Because nobody taught them. So you can't perform what you have never seen. I just asked you now, have you seen people doing that? No. And let me tell you, there's a difference between somebody crying on social media for content and somebody who genuinely goes to meet somebody and is vulnerable at that time of actually being vulnerable in the space of vulnerability. There are two different things. So there is this silent crisis, just like you have noted, about the men not being able to be vulnerable. Of course, because they've not been taught. And then because men have many acquaintances, but they don't have anyone that they can actually be vulnerable to. They don't have anyone, for example. Most of them don't have people they can call at 2 a.m. And say, my bro, this is happening, right? So nowadays, friendship between men is usually reduced to what? Football, women, office. It's general banter. That's friendship for men. Real friendship, that one that you can actually be genuinely vulnerable to. That one that will actually ask you, how are you doing? And wait for the honest answer. And is willing to actually sit in that space of honesty with you. It's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. So now we have turned the word vulnerability to performance instead of actually being very, very honest and down to earth. You know, so we need to change the narrative basically. We need to change the narration basically. So the hardest question to sit with, for example, would be, where does a man go to be soft? Where do you go to be soft? Ask yourself that, you know. And for many people, nowhere. Yeah. There's nowhere for them to be really soft. They can't go to the church and be vulnerable.
Sure.
They can't go to the mosque and be vulnerable. People will begin to laugh at them. Sorry, can I speak Yoruba?
Yes.
You hear people say, So you can't go to church. Yeah. You can't go to mosque.
Yes.
You can't go home and be soft.
Yes.
Your wife was that, say, so you are not a man. Man up. You can't go to your parents. And you can't also be soft with the boys.
Yeah.
Because they will also use that against you. It's either you are taken out of the clique or they use it to make fun about you or something. So in fact, most people are supposed to actually be able to be soft with their partners, but in the relationship.
Yes.
But they are the last person a man is usually vulnerable to. Yeah. And you don't even blame the man, you don't blame the woman. After all, she too, she's often carrying her own wahala.
Yeah.
She's carrying her own load. So she does not want any man to come and dump his own, you know. And the man too cannot help her. So they can't even be vulnerable to each other. They can't be soft to each other.
Yeah.
So what has happened? We have not created those spaces. So we need to actually build those spaces where men will actually be able to be soft and vulnerable and drop their guards and know that we are creating those spaces for them to be heard. Even if hearing them also involves telling them the truth.
Yeah.
Because they are two different things.
Yeah. That is powerful. That is so powerful. And so finally, this is our last question. And so probably in 2 minutes, if someone is listening to this conversation right now and they are feeling overwhelmed, what would you tell them?
Oh, awesome. So, few things I will tell them.
Yeah.
Being overwhelmed is okay.
Yeah.
First thing first is to acknowledge the fact that I am overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed right now, right? First thing is to acknowledge that you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Now, because why do you need to acknowledge it? There's something we call name it to tame it. First is to name what is going on. So if you feel overwhelmed, name it to yourself. I feel overwhelmed. If you feel anxiety, name it to yourself. I feel anxiety. Oh, this is sad, right? I feel sad. Name it to yourself. Most of the time, the things that are causing anxiety or all of those things, you know, are unnamed feelings. So when we name it, we are actually able to tame it.
Yeah.
Right? So if the person can ask, what am I feeling right now? And they are able to say, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. They should name it out loud.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling overwhelmed. When they say it out loud, it begins to help them regulate their nervous system.
Yeah.
Now, the second thing I'm going to advise is try to regulate your body. There are simple ways to do that. Take deep breaths, for example. We can do a slow breath in. You can also practice it too. So we can do a slow breath in through our nose and just take that breath. And then breathe out slowly through your lips, slowly for as long as you can. Breathe out. Exactly. So a long inhale, sometimes we do the 4-4-4. 4 meaning you breathe in for 4 seconds, then you hold it for 4 seconds, and you breathe out for 4 seconds. Yes, we can do the 4-4-6. So let's even practice the 4-4-6 together for like 5 rounds of breath, and you actually see how it does. So breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out slowly for 6 seconds. Good. So do that for like 4 cycles of breaths. So breathe in 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds, breathe out slowly through your lips for 6 seconds. So just do it for like 3 cycles and I won't say anything. I'll keep quiet and just do it. Beautiful. The last one, you will just relax your shoulder and stop.
Yes.
After that, how did you feel with that?
Yeah,
with that
it
breath?
was really amazing. It was really amazing.
Good. So that's one thing. That's second thing they can do to actually do the breath work. And then something else you can do is maybe have a cold water splash on your face. You can take a walk. You know, you can take a nature walk or something. You know, you can also do some pacing. Maybe just go straight, come back. Like that, trying to pay attention to your environment, you know, the smells, what you can see, what you can hear, and all of that. So these are things that people can do. And then one more thing, lastly, to say is if you feel overwhelmed, you don't need the whole world. You just need 1 or 2 people that you can actually just express how you feel too.
Thank you so much, ma. I really, really appreciate. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you for coming into the show. Like, honestly, I can't even wait for a time I will come to Abuja. I've not been to Abuja before, but I've been to places closer to Abuja. Like Kogi.
Oh.
Yeah, I served in Kogi. I did like 3 weeks before coming back to Ogun State. So I'm actually
Lagos.
I live in Lagos. I'm from Lagos, but I'm serving in Ogun State now. But I was serving in Kogi before I redeployed to Ogun State. So I can't even wait for us to have a nice conversation too. And I'm actually working towards that.
No problem. Whenever you are in Abuja, I will be very happy to welcome you.
Yes. We are working towards that. We just started the pod. I think that was like a year ago, around January of 2025. Yes, so that was when we started. So we're always doing. We started from when I was in school. When I was done in school, that was the moment I started shooting. So we're batch recording. Then we started releasing them in 2025. That was last year, January. So, so that's just it. So thank you so much, Ma. I'm really grateful.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I hope it was worth your time.
Yes, 100%. In fact, I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so great. It is
beautiful.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Beautiful. Glad to hear. Yes. That's glad to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you love it, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and also follow our social media accounts. Thank you.